Worry gripped the staff at Arnhem's Royal Burger Zoo. Mama, the elderly chimpanzee leader at 59 years old, had refused food for days. Her health was deteriorating rapidly, and hope was fading fast.
Amidst the tense atmosphere, an unexpected visitor would soon arrive, bringing a glimmer of light to the somber situation. Mama was no ordinary resident of Arnhem's Royal Burger Zoo. As the esteemed matriarch of a thriving chimpanzee colony, she had become a living legend. However, time had taken its toll on the 59-year-old chimp. Despite the dedicated efforts of her caretakers, Mama's health declined sharply, culminating in her refusal to eat. The zoo staff watched helplessly, their hearts heavy with the knowledge that they could do little more than provide comfort as nature took its course. Rescued from the wild as an orphan due to poaching, Mama had found sanctuary at the zoo. There she flourished, becoming a cornerstone of primate behavior research and a beloved figure among both her fellow chimps and human caregivers. Her natural leadership and nurturing instincts made her invaluable to the colony and a favorite among visitors. Professor Jan van Hooff, a renowned primatologist, had shared a special bond with Mama since 1972, when he co-founded the zoo's chimpanzee colony. Their connection, forged through years of research and interaction, transcended the typical scientist-subject relationship. In April 2016, news of Mama's failing health reached the now-retired Jan. Driven by a deep sense of attachment, he decided to pay one last visit to his old friend. As he journeyed to the zoo, memories flooded back of Mama's curiosity, her leadership, and the countless insights she had provided into chimpanzee behavior and emotions. Jan's visit wasn't just about scientific curiosity, it was a personal mission to comfort a creature who had contributed immensely to his work in life. He hoped his presence might offer solace to Mama in her final days, a small repayment for all she had given to science and to him personally. As Jan approached the zoo, he carried a mix of hope and apprehension. His visit was both a chance to reconnect with Mama and a solemn opportunity to bid farewell. He knew this moment would be significant for both of them. Upon arrival, Jan was led to Mama's enclosure. The once commanding matriarch now lay still, her frailty evident. Mustering his courage, Jan called out, "Mama, it's me, Jan. I've come to see you." At first, there was no response. Mama remained motionless, her eyes closed. Jan's heart sank, but he persisted, calling out again with more vigor. Still, Mama showed no sign of recognition. Undeterred, Jan drew upon a cherished memory. He began to hum a familiar tune, one he'd often sung during his visits. As the gentle melody filled the air, a remarkable change occurred. Mama's ears twitched, her eyes slowly opened, and she turned towards the source of the sound. A spark of recognition lit up her tired eyes. Jan, overcome with emotion, continued his song as he approached. He reached out, gently touching her hand. The connection between them, forged over decades, seemed to rekindle in that moment. The zoo staff watched in awe as Mama responded to Jan's presence. Her weary eyes now held a glimmer of their old warmth, and she gripped Jan's hand with what strength she could muster. This unexpected revival brought a renewed sense of hope to all present, reminding them of the profound bonds that can form between species. As Jan continued his gentle serenade, Mama's gaze locked with his. Her eyes, previously clouded with fatigue, now seemed to clear as she focused on her old friend. The zoo staff, maintaining a respectful distance, watched the scene unfold with bated breath. Interspersing his song with stories from their shared past, Jan spoke of their early days together, recounting Mama's youthful antics and her displays of remarkable intelligence and empathy. His words and melody acted as a lifeline, drawing Mama back from the edge of her decline. Suddenly, Mama's hand twitched, a small but significant movement that didn't go unnoticed. Encouraged, Jan leaned closer, his voice softening. "You remember, don't you, Mama? We've been through so much together." With visible effort, Mama lifted her other hand, reaching out towards Jan. The movement was slow and unsteady, but unmistakable. A collective gasp rose from the onlooking staff, tears welling in their eyes as they witnessed this profound moment of connection. Jan gently clasped Mama's outstretched hand, acutely aware of her fragile grip. "I'm here, Mama," he assured her. "You're not alone." Her eyes softened further as she weakly squeezed his hand, a silent acknowledgement of their bond. As Jan resumed singing, Mama's gaze remained fixed on him, her grip tightening slightly. It seemed as if his presence and the familiar melody had rekindled her will to fight, to hold on a little longer. The staff watched in awe as this incredible scene unfolded. Jan's unwavering commitment and his deep connection with Mama had achieved what they had feared impossible. As he continued to sing and speak to her, Mama's responses grew stronger. She began to move her head slightly, following his voice, her eyes regaining a hint of their former brightness. This unexpected improvement brought a wave of hope to the enclosure. The atmosphere shifted from despair to cautious optimism, inspiring the caregivers to renew their efforts in supporting Mama. They had witnessed something extraordinary, a testament to the profound bonds that can form between species. Mama's positive interaction with Jan had a ripple effect on the entire chimpanzee colony. The other chimps, previously subdued and anxious due to Mama's decline, began showing signs of renewed interest. They approached the enclosure boundary, vocalizing softly and reaching out as if drawn by the emotional energy between Jan and Mama. This display of community support among the chimpanzees was truly remarkable. During one of his visits, Jan noticed Mama glancing repeatedly towards a corner of her enclosure. Following her gaze, he discovered a small pile of straw and leaves that seemed deliberately disturbed. Intrigued, Jan carefully investigated and uncovered a hidden cache of food, fruits, nuts, and primate biscuits. This discovery was both surprising and deeply moving, revealing Mama's instinct for self-preservation despite her apparent resignation. Jan shared this finding with the staff, who were equally astounded. The hidden stash was a testament to Mama's resilience and intelligence, even in her weakened state. This revelation prompted a reassessment of their care strategy, and they began offering Mama small portions of her favorite foods to support her interactions with Jan. The positive energy seemed contagious. The other chimpanzees became more animated, their increased engagement further lifting the spirits of all involved. As days passed, Mama showed subtle but significant improvements. She began eating small amounts from her hidden stash, and her energy gradually returned, much to the amazement of the staff. One afternoon, as Jan sat with Mama, reminiscing about their shared history, a profound realization struck him. Mama's hidden food cache, her renewed interest in eating, and her responsiveness all pointed to an incredible conclusion. She had been holding onto a final reserve of energy, waiting for his visit. Deep down, she had known he would come for her, and this expectation had kept her from giving up entirely. The realization struck Jan with profound force, bringing tears to his eyes as he gazed at Mama. He suddenly grasped the true depth of their bond. In her remarkable awareness, Mama had conserved her strength, recognizing their connection as a wellspring of comfort and hope. This revelation resonated deeply with the staff, infusing their work with renewed purpose. They weren't simply tending to an aging chimpanzee. They were honoring a friendship that had endured for decades, built on mutual trust, respect, and understanding. Mama's decision to persevere until Jan's visit highlighted the extraordinary depth of her emotions and intelligence. In her final days, she found solace in his familiar presence, which seemed to transcend her physical decline. Jan found immense comfort in witnessing her response to his voice, her eyes lighting up with recognition and affection. When Mama finally passed, it was peaceful and dignified. Surrounded by the gentle sounds of her colony and Jan's comforting presence, she quietly slipped away. Her life had been pivotal in primate research, and her relationship with Jan had illuminated the profound emotional and cognitive capabilities of chimpanzees. The zoo commemorated Mama's life with a heartfelt celebration, bringing together staff, researchers, and community members. They shared stories of her significant contributions to science, her leadership within the colony, and her remarkable bond with Jan. Speaking at the event, Jan reflected, "Mama was more than a research subject. She was a friend who taught us about the intricacies of chimpanzee society, the depth of their emotions, and the strength of their bonds. Her legacy will continue to inspire our work." Mama's story resonated far beyond the zoo, touching people worldwide and fostering a deeper appreciation for chimpanzees in both scientific and public spheres. It underscored the importance of conservation and ethical research. Her final days, comforted by Jan and her colony, served as a powerful reminder of our responsibility to protect these remarkable primates. As Jan and the zoo staff carried forward, they remained guided by the lessons and inspiration Mama had imparted. Her story continues to influence the field, shaping a bright future for primate research and conservation, a lasting tribute to a remarkable chimpanzee named Mama. We'd love to hear about your experiences with chimpanzees. Have you ever had the chance to observe these fascinating primates up close? Your insights and observations could be truly enlightening for our community. That's all for today's video. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of chimpanzee behavior and the remarkable bonds they can form. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. We'll be back soon with more fascinating stories from the animal kingdom. Until next time,